And a good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for joining us at 4. I'm Kirsten Joyce. This is an historic day at Allegiant Stadium with the first Raiders game in their brand new stadium. Brian.
That's right, Kirsten. Brian Loft is here at Allegiant Stadium. Right outside the stadium, we have team coverage. Chris Matthews here to talk about the stadium. Molly Sullivan and Rocky Theus talking to fans. And John Treach breaking down keys to the game. And then Ron Futrell will be talking about how we got here. Let's get started, though, Chris. It's unbelievable. It's happening.
It is absolutely happening. This really is an historic day when you think about it. 4.5 years ago, Raiders owner Mark Davis said, he made a promise. If you build and help fund a stadium, he will bring his iconic franchise to Las Vegas. Well, guess what? That day has officially arrived. The $2 billion facility is set to go. It opens tonight, Monday Night Football. The wait is over. Inside this building, natural grass pops like it's almost artificial, but it's natural. The big Al Davis torch is the centerpiece of this facility where hundreds of thousands of selfies will be taken when fans are allowed inside. It overlooks the world-famous Las Vegas Strip. And there will be a special person lighting that torch for the first time tonight. Hey, just who is it?
Yeah, okay, so without opening the kimono too much, we've got a very special guest coming to light the Al Davis torch. That's all I can say right now. The ceremony is going to be fantastic. I think that it's the perfect person, and it'll certainly start off the legacy of lighting this Al Davis torch here in Las Vegas for home games in the future.
Are the doors going to be open?
No. Okay, so the doors won't be open
because
it's still a little bit too hot in Las Vegas. We're hitting 100 degrees every day. As we reach fall, there's a good opportunity for us to open those doors.
All right, we mentioned there's going to be a very special person lighting that torch for the very first time. Hey, I know who it is. If it's been leaked out, shame on that person for letting the cat out of the bag, because it's going to be a big, big deal. You can see over my right shoulder, Raider Nation fans gathering here. Despite no fans allowed inside, they're pretty excited about this. Many have waited in line for a few days just to get some merchandise from the brand new Raiders image store that just opened this past week. Hey, pinch me a little bit, because this day has finally arrived. The NFL in Las Vegas, and it's the Raiders. Reporting from outside Allegiant Stadium with all these Raider fans, Chris Matthews, 8 Sports Now.
Thank you, Chris. We'll check back with you shortly. Allegiant Stadium is opening up in true Las Vegas fashion. The Air Force Thunderbirds demonstration team will do a flyover during the national anthem this evening. Then at halftime, Las Vegas' own Killers. They'll be performing. They'll be playing from the roof of Caesars Palace. Looking forward to that, Brian.
Absolutely, Kirsten. Although fans are not allowed inside Allegiant Stadium yet, there will be 65,000 fans there next year. They are all over outside the stadium. Here they are. You can see them. They're passionate, they're enthusiastic, and they are loud. Molly Sullivan has been talking to some. We go live now to Molly.
Hey, clearly, Brian, I will tell our 8 News Now viewers that you are a man of the people. You've been an absolute hit with Raider Nation here in the trenches at Allegiant Stadium. And look, our 8 News Now crew has documented this now historic relationship. It is 60 years in the making, and really, one could argue that it's 100 years in the making, spanning the entire history of the league. You may recall Raiders owner Mark Davis declaring on April 28, 2016, that he wanted the Silver State to become the Silver and Black State. Well, mission complete. As you can see, the fans here in attendance at Allegiant Stadium. A new chapter rolls on tonight with the same poise, commitment to excellence, and gritty nature that we all know so well. Now, hear me out on this one. Ron Futrell knows better than anybody, but hear me out on this and why I am bringing up the UNLV basketball program. And that's because UNLV basketball, there was a time when that was the hottest ticket in town. And I'm talking hotter than, say, Frank Sinatra, who, oh, by the way, was a big fan of UNLV running Rebels back in the day, right? But now that genuine star power is back. There is a type of swagger with the organization that just fits Las Vegas. It just feels right. So the fans that I spoke with today at Allegiant Stadium, yes, they are disappointed that they are not inside watching their Raiders in this home debut, but in the same breath, guys, they also understand the decision that the Raiders organization is committed to the health of not only their players, their coaches, their staff, the facility workers, but all of our neighbors right in the community. So listen, good things come to those who wait, and I'm really excited for this new chapter with all of you. And Brian Loftus, you are the man of the people over there. I see everybody surrounding you. We'll have more throughout the night, guys.
Thanks so much, Molly. I appreciate that. Didn't really heard what you said, but I heard something in there, and I think it was positive. Hey, we want to tell you about NDOT. Is that right? That's what we're doing next. They're warning people not to gawk at the stadium and cause traffic problems. And they sent a reminder to drivers not to stop at all on the freeway or local roads to get a glimpse of the game. Just one stopped car can cause a chain reaction. As you can tell from looking at it, no portion of the game will be visible from outside the stadium. And 8 News Now recently took a stadium tour, and we'll have more on that in just a second.
We will. We're looking forward to that. Thank you, Brian. We'll catch up with you in just a matter of moments. And of course, as they said, things will be closed, but it'll be open one day. It's still a little hot out there, Ted.
Yeah, still hot, and we got some cloud cover too. Temperatures also nice and warm, but we also have winds, KJ. That's what we're looking at right now. Double-digit wind speeds outside, breezy winds. The outflow from nearby storms, believe it or not. We want to go to our radar. Notice to the east, very active, but we're watching some cells just to the south. Now, Raider Stadium located about right here on your graphic, but this one, you'll notice we have some isolated cells that are moving their way up. Are we looking at heavy rain from them? No. We're primarily seeing very gusty winds that we're seeing outside right now, and will continue early on in the evening. Most of the storms have been east of us, though, in Mojave County. Look at these cells, though, made their way into East Clark, even with some lightning strikes there, too. So we're keeping our eye on those cells as well. So here's your game day forecast for the Raiders. Can you believe it? Breezy winds expected at kickoff, and of course halftime. Temperatures in the mid-90s by halftime, and we'll keep it breezy, like we said, until early evening. More on your forecast and what to expect for the rest of this week, all straight ahead. Back to you.
Thanks, Ted. We got to stock up on our gear, and the brand new store inside Allegiant Stadium is called the Raider Image. It's 18,000 square feet loaded with Raider swag. It's opened up last week, from jerseys to hats. Ooh, that's a spiffy jacket there. Purses, lapel pins. Allegiant Stadium is cashless, so you do need to use a credit or debit card. And they, of course, are enforcing masks and social distancing guidelines. Brian.
All right, Kirsten, 8 News Now recently took a stadium tour of Allegiant Stadium. Chris Matthews took that, or the Death Star, as John Gruden has taken to calling it. And the 200-level concourse is really impressive. It has more than 100 works of art created by local Las Vegas artists and former Raiders quarterback Todd Marinovich, line the walls, paying homage to Raiders history and giving some props to their new home city of Las Vegas. Fans will see paintings of Elvis Presley as a Raider, Carrot Top, Evel Knievel, and the one and only Marilyn Monroe as a Raiderette. And I just want to say, I think Elvis would have been a good Raider wideout, those fast feet. Raiders-themed portraits will remind the Raider Nation faithful of their favorite silver and black moments, including Super Bowl memories and victories. You can see more of this unique in Allegiant Art Museum and Chris Matthews' behind-the-scenes stadium tour over on 8newsnow.com.
Thank you, Brian. Well, it'd certainly be nice if the Raiders can pull off a win in the home opener. They're playing a very tough New Orleans Saints team tonight. John Treach is out at Allegiant Stadium as well with the preview. Hi, John.
Welcome to Las Vegas, home of the Raiders. We can't believe that. It was 100 years ago where we didn't say that was even possible. 20 years ago, that wasn't possible. 4 years ago, not possible either. In fact, many didn't even think this day would come a week ago, but here we are. It did. We've been baptized with big time Monday Night Football. Few places in the world can put on a show in the throes of a pandemic. Where else can you be captivated by aerial thrillers, musical killers, and sports moment chillers? Vegas, baby. This city has hosted the Stanley Cup, a tantalizing amount of title fights, and every award show not named Oscar. But never has it showcased the NFL in a $2 billion man-made marvel. That's a whole new level of hype and history.
The Saints and the Raiders, that's Monday Night Football at its best. When you build a stadium like this, I mean, this is a force of nature. Nothing's going to stand in its way.
The newest Las Vegas headliner has a headset.
I like the old Monday Night Football anthem to highlights with Howard Cosell doing them. That was my Monday night I look forward to.
Monday is a night of moments. The desire to play never goes away.
I'm going to eat dinner, and hopefully my mom already cooked something, and I'm going to be able to sit there and enjoy it with my family and watch the game. That was what we did growing up.
For 4 years, it's been we can't wait. Now it's we're here, and we belong. Yeah, we're caught up in the sport or spectacle of tonight. Well, the Saints just want to beat the tar out of the Raiders, so that makes for an intriguing matchup about an hour away. Back to you.
All right, John, thanks so much. So exciting. Monday Night Football. We all remember that excitement back even when we were kids, as shown in John's story. Now, Ron Futrell is going to talk about how the NFL and the Raiders in Las Vegas, they were very far apart a decade ago. We didn't know that this would happen. And of course, it has finally now happened with this incredible $2 million stadium. Here's Ron with more.
Brian, you are exactly right when you think about it. There was a time when the NFL wanted nothing to do with Las Vegas. The Convention Authority tried to place ads during Super Bowl games. They were denied. The league didn't like the connection with gambling, especially sports betting. Oh my, how times have changed.
When you consider the history, tonight's NFL game in Las Vegas is absolutely remarkable. There was a time less than 20 years ago when no Las Vegas ads were allowed during the Super Bowl. And by 2010, they allowed some ads, but with restrictions.
There can be no gaming iconography. There can be no long shots of the Strip. You cannot be a building that has gaming in it. You can use entertainers. You can use generic sort of shot.
It's a thankless job, but I do it for you.
So why the big change? Well, the Oakland Raiders needed a new home, and the NFL likes big, new, beautiful stadiums, not broken down baseball stadiums like Oakland's Alameda Coliseum. So the NFL needed Vegas, and something had to give in this relationship. The NFL backed down. And now, in fact, they have relationships with casinos and gambling.
It's rather interesting. Now, there are still restrictions on broadcasters. They're not allowed to openly talk about odds and point spreads during games and during broadcasts like, well, Jimmy the Greek Snyder did in the 70s on CBS during NFL broadcasts. But watch for that one to change sometime down the road. Brian, back out to you at Allegiant Stadium, where it sounds exciting out there, huh?
Back here at Allegiant Stadium, $2 billion facility. I said 2 million. I lowballed it there. Incredible, 1.75 million square feet. And the fans are here. 65,000 fans cannot head into the arena, the stadium this season, but they're still here in numbers, including a lot of Saints fans.